we're back with some more Dyson Sphere Program. Rise of the Dark Swarm. Which is sort of like... That feels like the name of it. Where are you guys going? Oh, this is going to be annoying, isn't it? Fine, I'm going to have to get ahead of them and somehow stop them from trashing our base. Where are you headed?
Cruise mode.
Now this is why we want to kill them. Oh.
Cruise
Heading over here. Well, that's fine. We have gun turrets we can place down. Over here? Stand still. Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. And then we'll just chuck in some ammo into these guys. And that should be that. Well, that was kind of irritating. I really wish they hadn't come this direction. They kind of messed with my whole thing that I was going for. 1 second while we clean up the mess. Well, anyway, back to killing these guys. We want to wipe these guys out because, well, they're just going to keep annoying us unless we do something about it. And they keep expanding. I don't know what that is. High energy laser tower. Ranger camp. Well then, let's throw down a couple more of these regular turrets. One of you there should be fine. What we want to do is we're going to put in a back line of missile turrets.
Research complete.
These missile turrets should be pretty fun. Took me a while to figure out, well, to put down some production facilities for making the missiles and all that stuff, and I'll get around to those, explaining those in a bit. But for now, we want to utilize these to do some, well, to do some damage. Nope. I think I may have triggered some stuff. That's okay. You're taking care of the problems. That's actually pretty cool. Whoa! Okay then. That's, no, where is it? Can you come out this direction, please, a little bit further? Right, we have a whole front line of these, and why are you not powered? Oh, that's sloppy on my part. Alright, they're all powered. Now, we've got these missiles that have a much longer range than these regular ones. So they can take out the stuff pretty good, but they can't quite hit those towers yet. However, we can extend the range of these missiles. All we have to do is find this thing, a signal tower. I'll have to go to the research we had to do to get our hands on these. But anything inside range of the signal tower can be targeted by the missile turret. So if we place this here, the missiles now have increased range. Yes, yes! Destroy them all! Well, this is no revenge of the fallen today. You're all just about to die. That actually works out really well. And we have another one of these in here so we can extend the range on even further. This should encompass the entire base. And then that means we can get rid of this old one. And just so long as we stay here recharging this, I think we're golden. Any of you guys still alive? Yeah. Alright, now, there is the space-based component. We could start shooting at that with our missiles. That would not be a good idea, it seems. That would increase the...
destroyed.
Excellent. Ow. I think something was shooting me there. But now that the Dark Fog base core is destroyed, we'll just extend this on a bit to make sure everything around here is dead. We're left with this giant hole in the ground. And this thing's still going to try and keep replacing this every so often. What we can do is either one of two things. One, we can put down landfill. Costs an absolute butt ton, like 95,000 stuff will be consumed. No, of the landfill. I'd prefer not to. Instead, what we can do is put down a geothermal power generator. It has 320% efficiency on this. And once we place that, yeah, the turret goes, oh, there's nowhere for me to go here now. I will just fly away, and I will not bother you again anytime soon. Well, not quite. They'll be back. Just it'll take them a while. So this thing generates... Ooh, over 6 megawatts of power? Oh, hell yeah, that's actually pretty decent. Well then, that's enough of that. What we'll do is we shall hook up, 1 second, disconnect this, we're going to need those later, probably. You can connect back like that. I'm done. Okay, so now the planet is all ours. We can do whatever we want with it. We might give it a solar belt or, the usual malarkey. We've got it all free. Let's head back to base, though. How much power we currently got on the grid? Yeah, up to 90. That extra 6 megawatts of power is...
Flight mode.
Wait, is that 15 megawatts of power it can potentially generate? That's mental. Ooh. I'd almost like another base to land so we can use them for power generation. So what did I do off screen while I was waiting for all of that research to complete so we could plug that hole with the geothermal generator? Well, the first thing we did was we built this little mini rocket production facility. This, these three here all the way around, this only purpose is to produce these rockets. That's it. You plug in iron, coal, and copper, and this thing spits out rockets on the other end. In fact, that's the rocket production right there, and it's not pretty, but it's fairly compact, and we're probably going to need this when we move to other planets as well. So having one of these just churning away, producing us lots and lots of rockets seemed like a good idea. It took me a while to wrap my brain around it, but it's good. Then over here, we're turning a bunch of rock into silicon, which we then turn into high purity silicon, which we then turn into solar panels, because we're going to need those as well. And over here, occasionally, I dump in some silicon into this, just so that we can get out some of this crystal silicon. The reason I wanted the crystal silicon was so that we could produce those signal towers. Those signal towers require... they require that silicon stuff, so I thought it would be a good idea. And actually, I think about it. You know what? We're making enough of those, solar panels. I think I'm going to want some more of these high-intensity silicon stuff, or these high-intensity crystals. These crystal silicons are kind of useful for making those towers, and I think I would prefer to have more of those towers when we move to the next planet. You see, we're going to have to go to this planet. Where is it? Yeah, this planet here. Becky, whatever. This one has 3 towers on it. So we're going to want to land, place down missile turrets, wipe out all 3 of these, replace them with geothermal generators, and then we can start colonizing this place. Now, I am not sure what happens when we do that. Actually, what happens on Becky 2? Might want to take that place over too. But if we knock them off all 3 planets, they should keep attempting to land again and again, I believe. We may have to do something about that. But in the short term, we just sort of want to clear the planet so that we can start transferring titanium over here so we can start knocking out the next tech level. So, this tech level is the one we're currently researching. This stuff down here, structure matrix. This requires titanium, and we don't have titanium on our planet. However, that volcanic one does. So, let's crank ourselves up about 3 geothermal generators. Actually, 10 might be more appropriate. Missile turrets, a bunch of stuff. However, before we go on our planet conquering spree and taking care of that hive up there, we're going to need to get our hands on a basic mall, just so that we can crank out some stuff that we're going to need a lot of, like sorters, everything. Well,
replication complete.
A little bit of everything, I'm thinking. So to start off, we're going to do something very simple just to show you what I'm planning here. This is Assembly Machine Mark 1 churning out a Depot Mark 1. All this requires is iron plate and brick, which is straightforward. We grab some iron plate from this side of the line. We grab some brick from this side of the line. That thing starts producing, and we output them into the sucker. And then we limit it so we only have like 1 stack. I don't think we're ever going to need more than that. What we have decided to feed this line with is brick, glass, iron, green circuits, and electromagnets. Now what I kind of want to do is use all the stuff that requires brick and glass as soon as possible.
Upgrade complete.
Rip them off the line and put other stuff on. We don't have copper on here at the moment because, well, copper is not really needed for a lot of buildings, but electromagnets are, and the copper, well, yeah, this thing is all sorts of janky and weird.
Flight mode.
For example, we've got our copper over there where it's being smelted into copper plate. That copper plate comes all the way over here, and then before it even gets near the belt, it passes by the electromagnets and the green circuit production so that it can churn out those 2. And then the electromagnets and the green circuits come over here to go onto the bus. Main bus? Whatever. Mall bus. Over here we've got the iron plate production. We've got 2 rows of that. One of it goes over here to help with green circuits, and more iron ore goes over here to make the magnets. We also have a place over there that does stone. It's over there somewhere. That place does stone and glass. So the brick and glass is just coming from a stone patch over there. That's it. And let me check on a few more things on this. This thing is very much a brute force stupidity approach where, well, everything gets chucked on as necessary. For example, we need gears for this. Gears are not on the bus. However, iron plate is, so we turn the iron plate into gears, and then we direct feed the gears into the assembly machine production so that we can get out assembly machines. We're going to have to feed this into a machine on the other side to make assembly machine Mark IIs, but that's going to have to wait for a bit. Actually, what do we need for assembly machine Mark IIs? We have not researched them. How have we not researched them yet? Here they go. Oh, that's going to require graphene and a bunch of other fancy stuff, which, nope, that can wait. Over here we need steel to go into this, so again we just grab iron plate off the bus, turn that iron plate into steel. The steel gets shunted into the assembly machine where it churns out these large storage boxes. That's it. Now, excuse me while I chuck on an awful lot of stuff that's going to require stone. Okay. This thing is peak dumbness, but it kinda works. Alright, so this is fractionators. They're used for turning hydrogen into deuterium, which is good for making deuterium fuel cells. I vaguely remember making some sort of high-speed version of this back in the day. I don't know if it still works. I'll have to look that up. But making this is a pain in the butt. The steel is fine. The brick, fine. Glass, fine. Processors, now this is where it all falls apart. Because to make a processor, you need green circuits and you need that blue silicon-y stuff. The green circuits we've got in the bus, but the blue silicon-y stuff we don't have, so we have to make the blue silicon-y stuff. But that requires high-purity silicon and copper, neither of which we have on the bus. So instead I just chucked out a storage box and I put in the copper and this high-purity silicon. That should get us enough of these to actually get up a fractionator setup. Yeah. Dumb? Yes. Functional? Also yes. And if it's dumb and functional, then what does it matter, you know? Alright, I'm going to have to landfill in a bit more of this. Soon we're going to have to whip this around and start like curving back on it in itself. But just let me get rid of the last of the glass buildings. So, don't worry, it's fine. This is the fractionator setup. We've got 25 of them, which should be more than enough to make as much deuterium as we ever want for making power later on. But it's for other stuff. However, this continues on, and what we've done is we've basically put on a lot of buildings that require stone and glass. So, for example, this oil extractor here requires stone and glass. Well, technically a plasma exciter, but a plasma exciter is made from glass, because a plasma exciter is made from a prism and magnetic coils, and prisms are just made from glass. Oh, 1 second, get rid of that. So that means we've managed to get rid of oil extractors, oil refineries, these things, what is it, assembly, not assembly machine, sorry. These thermal power plants, a bunch of other stuff, and by the time we get to here, we have done everything that requires stone and glass. Well, not quite everything. There's a few very high-end stuff, but that's so far away, it's not worth leaving it on the bus. And then in here, we're just knocking out a few others. Now, the reason I've sort of interspersed them with ones that don't require stone and glass is so that we can go all the way around. For example, right here, this is where the stone and the glass ends. We sort of went up, around, and down. Yeah, I probably should have done it on a different plane, but it doesn't make a difference. That means we've got the iron, the green circuits, and the copper right here. This iron, green circuits, and copper, that's going to continue on. In fact, it continues all the way on and back around. And now we've got a 3-lane bus of resources that's coming all the way back here. And I thought I'd demonstrate it for Tier 2 belts. So we want to make ourselves these Tier 2 conveyor belts. They require Tier 1 conveyor belts, which are produced right here, just across from us. So what that means is we can just basically suck those into the machine from the storage box where we're keeping them anyway. You can actually go away. Then, to make those, all it requires is these green motors. Green motors require electronic coils, which are check. Also requires motors. Motors are produced here. All the motors require is iron plate, electromagnets, and... Damn it, did I place this too close? Nope, never mind, it's already in. So... done. Now what happens is this guy produces the cogs go into these motors go into the electromagnetic turbines, and the electromagnetic turbines go into this assembly machine, at which point it should start turning to the transport belt. Very slowly, but it'll do it. I might actually double down on this and have 2 of these running. Right, doubled up. We've got electromagnetic turbines coming from both sides, so that should keep this thing running, yeah, just about... Wait, what? 1 second. Much better. That should keep it, well, maybe not flat out, but fast enough that we shouldn't have to worry about it too much. And you actually yoink over to there. So that means we're going to start producing Tier 2 transport belt. That will allow us to speed things along, especially in the iron line, which is a little bit slow right now. Then, over here, we have Mark 1 splitters. Or Mark 1, what are they called? Sorters. Mark 1 sorters. We're going to upgrade those to Mark 2. Actually, we just went straight to Mark 3. Turns out, going from Mark 2 to Mark 3 was pretty handy. All it requires is those electromagnetic turbines, which we already knew how to do. So now we have Mark 3 sorters. Great. Now, I know I should, like, stay here and do some stuff and start building up the Tier 3 research. However, there is one thing I want to do first. Actually, let's check here. Yeah, we're producing about 80, red science minutes. I'd like to go check out that planet. This one. Yeah, I'd like to mark that as an indicator. And can we actually fly there
Flight
now? Do we
mode.
have the tech?
Cruise mode.
Yes, we can. Excellent. How long is it going to take to get there? Okay, now I remember. What we had to do was start sprinting, as in hold down the shift key. Now that's going to take us in quite fast, so we're probably going to want to slow down as we get closer because I wouldn't like to land, you know, on top of a tower. That would be awkward. I can kind of see them from here. All right, let's land this gently. We're probably going way too fast, but it's fine. It's fine. Okay, we're good. We're good. Nope. How do we slow down? Let's accelerate. 1 second. S key is to slow down. Okay, I was thinking it was Alt for some reason. Alright, so S key slows down. We just have to land on the planet real quick. We're 1,200 meters away. That should take, what, 12 seconds? And we seem to be a decent distance away
Replication complete.
from all of the towers, which is a good thing because we don't want to have to deal with them. Whoa. Right, I've got the resource display thing on. And that's cool. Normally I would just crash into the planet at high speeds. And what time is it? Located land tidally, universe exploration. Yeah, cool. Yeah, all those guys are low threat. Where are yous? Yes, we got one over there. Ooh, all three of them are pretty close on that side. So I say we go to about here. After a quick break for dinner, I mean, food's important, we've got a bunch of turrets up here. These things probably won't be that useful, but they're going to be fed ammo from here. Then we've got these boyos back here. They are going to be fed missiles from here. And now for power, we did bring some geothermal generator stuff. So what we can do is pop right over here and chuck down a couple of these suckers. Say one there, too close. Oop. There's another one, and then we'll power the lot up. Right. So how much power we got? Sufficient, it would appear. Now, are all of you fully armed? Once they're all fully armed, we're going to start expanding a little bit. As in getting closer to those guys and putting down a few of those, well, kill stuff turrets with missiles, the signal towers. And we will have to extend out the power and make sure we have plenty of it. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is put in a signal tower right here. This will protect our power supply. Now I need to keep at least 3 of them around, or 3 of these geothermal generators available. Reason being, well, we're going to need to cap the holes off. As in, when we kill these bases, we're going to want to be able to cap them off, and to do that we need the geothermal generators. So that should be hopefully enough power? Yeah, it's almost 30 megawatts. That geothermal stuff is just awesome sauce. Right. So, you. Yeah, come out to here. Then, actually, I think these, whatchamacallit, signal towers, they're actually minor, they also act as long-range power converters. So, do the missile turrets fire from there? They should fire, right? Let's try a little bit closer. Yep, there we go. Yeah, we'll chuck you right there. Damn it.
Dark fog base core destroyed.
That's not working. Why is it not working? There's one over there. There we go. So, you, go a little bit closer, please. We want to wipe out the last of their stuff. That should kill a lot of it. Yeah, they're mostly dead. And we've even picked up some resources while we're here. Then we get a power plant. Where is it? Geothermal. Done. Now, I think what we'll do is we'll place one of these signal towers right there. Once that's down, we're going to delete these ones. I don't want to waste coverage, so to speak. Yeah, you can go there. That way, if anything tries to go near this again, it should get shot at by our missiles. Then we're just going to have to repeat the same with the other 2. Which one's closer? That guy over there looks pretty close. They're both pretty close. Okay, Let's kill them all. Oop. Yeah, missiles have kicked in. Oh. That's a pretty efficient way to kill everything. You get a little bit closer.
Dark Fog Base Core destroyed.
Well, that is good to know. That means everything else will shortly afterwards be destroyed, and now you are ours. Check down geothermal generator. Boom. Now, anything else here to pick up? No, is that copper? You know what? It doesn't matter. How much power are we up to? 59 megawatts. Okay, cool. And then we'll just do the same thing here. Right, so if we put them right about there, there should be a massive volley of missiles inbound. Yeah, there we go. Think we got them. And we seem to be picking up resources as well, are we? Soil pile? They drop a lot of soil pile. I like that.
Dark Fog Base Core destroyed.
Well, glad to hear it. I think the voice actor changed between one game and the next, or one and the next, because she seems really at odds with the rest of the voice acting in this. Alright, power core down, and I think that's the last one. Yeah, this base is now secured. Perfect. Okay, now we just gotta put down some titanium mines. Before we start claiming the titanium, though, I think the first thing I want to do is put down a little missile production facility, just to keep this place topped up. This is our little mini missile blueprint from, well, the one we're using back on home base. So I think we put this about there. Wait, where's the input's going to be? Yeah, I think there should be fine. Hey, we got our blueprint milestone. And that's another one done. Alright. Well then, give me a few minutes to just build this up and plug in the materials. We're going to need copper, coal, and titanium. Actually, do we even have coal on this planet? I never checked. Yes, we do. I wonder where it is, though. It's probably miles away. There's 6 coal veins right over there. That's not too bad. And this little beauty here is going to start churning us out missiles on site. I figure if anything else lands back on the planet, we're going to want to have a bunch of missiles ready to go. So, actually, we can trim that down a bit. We don't need it to be quite so large as before. Then we just have to hook it up to our missiles over there. I suppose we could... I'm just thinking this is sort of wasteful in a way, in that we could have made it closer to the missiles, or we could move the missiles. It's just I'm not moving the missiles right now. So, all the missiles get produced over there, will pop down here and get flooded into these. At the same time, that, whatchamacallit, that little tower thing over there will make sure everything inside that radius is shot at. So if anything tries to come in here and kill those, or kill the missile production, it'll get shot. Anything that comes in range of the missiles will also get shot. So I think we're covered here. Now we just got to put together a little bit of a titanium mine and take back some titanium with us. And then we'll have to return later and automate the return of the titanium. Keeping everything close to the rockets, just in case anything new decides to show up. We've got this titanium here being tapped into. We've got one dedicated to each line, and then a miner that's split up between the other two. Might need to add some more titanium to this. All that titanium is just getting chucked through these 12 smelters and dumped down to the end. We're going to take a bunch of that back with us. I think I'm going to dump some of the stone I picked up along the way. I don't think we need it anymore. Oh, and one last thing I'm going to put down here is one of these little towers. It's one of the battlefield analysis things. This will cover the area and repair anything inside its radius. And all I really care about getting repaired is these. We've got all the missiles coming from over there. And then if this line gets severed somehow, we've still got another 300 plus missiles here, just to make sure. So this place should be rock solid secure. Then all we do is we take all of that titanium we've crafted, and well, we're going to head back home and start on Tier 3 science. Though I'm tempted, maybe I should just go and clear out that other planet. I mean, we've cleared out 2 of the planets. There's just 1 left. And I think this one's only got 1. Yeah. Actually, no, it's got 2. Oh, it's got 3. Maybe I should go and clear that out now. That might be an idea. If we clear that out, we might not have to worry about that hive in space getting much bigger. We could most likely dump some more of this stuff in our inventory, but I think that's enough titanium for now. We will be back. I just have to figure out what planet we're going back to. Okay, how's our energy looking? Don't want to run out of energy mid-jump. No, we're golden. Let's go. Ooh, that acceleration eats to our power really quickly. Alright, this is going to take a few minutes to get back home. All right, coming in for a nice, gentle landing. We're going to just aim for the water, aim for the water, aim for the water, aim for the...
Cruise ended.
Close enough. Close enough. I'm running out of time to get this out for the day, so I think next up we'll either A, go to the other planet, wipe it clean of those filthy hive aliens, and then lock it down. That might be a little bit tricky though, because they'll have to bring enough power, and we don't have geothermal there. Or we'll go straight into building the Tier 3 technology, which would be yellow. That's going to require titanium, but we got a bunch of that. And then the first thing we would research, of course, would be interstellar logistics. This will allow us to ship all of that titanium back without having to go back and forth ourselves. This will basically mean it's automated to produce the yellow science. At which point we'll get through the bulk of the tech tree. Should make locking down the universe just that little bit easier. I still have to get around to figuring out how we wipe out the space-based ones. There seems to be these things we can get, ground squadrons, combat drones, all sorts of things. So we're going to need to build a bunch of those, I presume, to kill that one in the sky. Where is it? Yeah, it's that hive over there. Have you ever seen a more wretched hive of scum and villainy? The problem is, how do we kill it? And I assume it's going to keep growing. So that's why I kind of want to knock out that planet so it stops getting resources to grow, though I'm not sure if that makes any difference. You know what? We'll worry about that in the next episode. For now, I'm going to start doing prep work on Research Level 3. I hope you enjoyed them. Good luck.